Hello, I'm Carmen and welcome back. I'm at Operation Food Search for today's episode of Cooking with Carmen. As part of our mission to heal hunger, Operation Food Search teaches families how to cook delicious food on a budget. Thank you for joining for the 12th episode. Today we're going to be highlighting the FresherX Nutrition Ambassador Program, which trains Normandy High School students to be leaders in their community through cooking and nutrition skill sharing. I have two guests on the show with me today. First up is Jade. So Jade is graduated from Illinois State. She served as an AmeriCorps Vista and a Food Corps service member in North Carolina with a focus on community gardens and school nutrition education before starting at Operation Food Search on the Nutrition Education Team with me. But now Jade is a FresherX Food Systems Associate working with the FresherX Food Squad to pack and deliver meals for the Prescribing Healthy Futures program. She also oversees the program we're highlighting today, which is the Normandy High School Nutrition Ambassadors. Welcome, Jade.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're highlighting the Normandy High School Nutrition Ambassadors. Can you give us an overview of the program?
Of course. Nutrition Ambassadors is a program offered to Normandy High School students and staff. They're trained in a 6-week culinary-based nutrition education curriculum and then are able to hold recipe demonstrations or lead cooking classes. So they improve the culinary skills and increase nutrition knowledge at Normandy. Our inaugural cohort of 12 graduated in March. We had 4 staff and 8 students. Training was held at Normandy High School with the help of Normandy's staff and culinary arts teacher, Chef O'Bannon, and her spacious kitchen. Each class started with a discussion of nutrition topics, and then we moved into the kitchen to learn culinary skills and make a delicious recipe. Nutrition Ambassadors also had the opportunity to take home recipe kits, kitchen supplies, and pantry staples to practice at home.
Awesome. That looks like such a fun program. So since graduating the course, what have the Nutrition Ambassadors been doing to keep their skills sharp?
After social distancing guidelines were put into place, we've kind of shifted to an online training model. So we've tried to keep it flexible, offering at-home training that engages Nutrition Ambassadors with home delivery of recipe kits to practice skills and support through video messages as well as web and print resources. My favorite was our training on baking techniques. We made brownies and everyone sent in pictures of how theirs turned out. Not the healthiest recipe, but definitely good for the soul.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. We also, our Nutrition Ambassadors, have been helping with recipe testing for Operation Food Search's FresherX program. So listeners might remember the FresherX highlight on Cooking with Carmen a few episodes ago. Recipe kits are delivered to pregnant women and students in the St. Louis area. So when our community chef develops these recipes in the recipe kits, she needs tasters to make sure that the recipe is written correctly and turns out the same when people make it at home as opposed to the Operation Food Search kitchen. So our ambassadors have been testing those recipes and then they're compensated for their knowledge, time, and input.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that information, Jade. So now we're going to head into the Bear Healthy Community Kitchen with our next guest, Krystal Jackson. She is going to show us how to make some pineapple carrot muffins. So Krystal is a rising sophomore at Normandy High School, and she graduated from the Nutrition Ambassador last spring. Krystal is very active in the program throughout the summer by completing at-home nutrition education and recipe challenges. So welcome, Krystal.
Hello, thanks for having me around.
I'm so happy to have you on the show today. Since you worked hand in hand with Jade this past spring and summer, I'm going to pass it over to the both of you to kind of walk through the recipe together, and I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Hey, Krystal, it's good to see you in your chef coat again. What are you making today?
I'm making a whole wheat grain, sweet but a healthy treat. Pineapple carrot muffins. Very good when you want to have something sweet and healthy at the same time.
I love this recipe, especially that they're whole grain and have some fruit and veg in there too. These are like a really good recipe for breakfast. What are our ingredients?
The ingredients are shredded carrots, hand-crushed pineapples in juice, oil, water, vinegar, brown sugar, whole wheat grain. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Is there baking soda in there?
Yes, baking soda, nutmeg, salt, and non-sticking cooking spray. You can also add chopped nuts or raisins if you want. To begin,
Awesome.
I'm going to mix all the wet ingredients together first. In a medium bowl, I am going to add shredded carrots, pineapple in juice, oil, water, vinegar, and vanilla extract, and stir to combine.
Awesome. I know we had a training recently about baking. Are there any tips that stuck with you that you're using in this recipe?
Yes, we learned about how to measure dry ingredients. To measure things like flour, use dry measuring cups. To measuring cups, spoon in your flour, then use the back of the butter knife to level off the ingredients. Then add the ingredients to your bowl.
Awesome. So I see that you're putting the flour in there, and then we're going to level it off. This makes sure that all the recipes that everyone makes are the same. So we want to make sure that all of the ingredients that we put in are the same. So this is really helpful whenever we've got a bunch of recipes going out to our nutrition ambassadors so that everyone's muffins turn out the same way. And that's our 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour, right? And then what's next?
To measure brown sugar, use a dry measuring cup over the container of sugar and spoon in the brown sugar. Use the back of the spoon to press down on the brown sugar to remove air and get the correct measurement. Continue filling and pressing until the cup is full and level. Then add the brown sugar to your dry ingredient bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so we've got 3/4 cup of brown sugar in there. So we're making sure that we've got the right ingredients so they all turn out the same way. I love the brown sugar in this recipe. It gives it like a nice sweetness, but also some like malty stuff from the molasses in that brown sugar.
Also to the dry bowl, I'm adding baking soda, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt. Stir to break up any lumps.
Yeah, and we always want to make sure that we mix together our wet and dry ingredients separately so that we don't overmix, especially in a kind of a quick bread recipe like these muffins are. So we've got our wet and our dry ingredients. What's next, Krystal?
Next, I am going to add the wet ingredients into this bowl with the dry ingredients and mix until combined.
I love how easy this recipe is. It's something that you can make ahead and then have muffins for breakfast for the whole week. You can even double the recipe and make sure that everyone in the family gets some. So after we mix it all together, you can either put it into the muffin tin that you've sprayed with cooking spray, or we have some muffin tins here. So we're going to go ahead and put it into the muffin tins with the muffin liners.
Next, the last step before baking, to fill the muffin tins, either spray with non-stick spray, like they said, or use muffin liners. Fill each cup with 3/4 full with batter.
All right, and then while you're filling those muffin tins, I'd love to know more about what made you interested in becoming a nutrition ambassador.
Well, what had made me interested in being a nutrition ambassador were the things I could learn due to the results of learning new things each day, to know what's the difference of food I didn't properly know of, and also I believe I can help my parents have knowledge about the things I made.
That's awesome. Well, the group would be Muffin without you. Speaking of, let's do some TV kitchen magic and see what those muffins look like when they're all done. So we've got a nice warm pan of muffins off to the side. Nice.
They bake for about 20 to 25 minutes until they are golden brown and the toothpick inserts come out clean. This is what they look like.
Yum. Those look so delicious, Krystal, and the office smells amazing with that cinnamon and the nutmeg and brown sugar. So do you have any final thoughts to share with our viewers?
Stay safe and be careful.
Keep an eye out for nutrition ambassadors at Normandy and in the community. We're cooking up some good stuff for the future.
Thank you both, Jade and Krystal, for such a fun and informative presentation. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and remember to like our page if you haven't already, and comment below if you have any questions or if you made today's recipe. Visit our website to learn more about our work at operationfoodsearch.org and to learn about the FreshRx Nutrition Ambassador Program. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks with another episode. Stay safe and have a happy Wednesday.